Hi everyone, today we are going to know about Cincinnati 3-axis milling machine. We are going to know about how the control works and how we are going to set up the piece. So those two things we are going to cover in this one. So first thing, when you come to the machine, just switch on the machine, main switch on, and wait for the control to come. All the things takes some 2 minutes. So wait until the screen comes. Once the screen is on, just press CE cancel and the screen changes to this one, and see that the switch has to be on. That means we are going to switch on the power. Now what we are going to do in other machines, we used to do the home. Same way in this machine, for home position is we have to initialize the machine. Home is nothing but initializing the machine. So we have to initialize these 3 axes. These 3 axes are highlighted. So go to the cycle start button here. The green button is cycle start button. Press the cycle start. So one axis is gone, and again press one axis, and 3 times you press, all the 3 axes are gone. The 4th one is asking the spindle, because we have automatic tool changer in the machine. The tool changer has to be in the position 1. So we have to make sure it is at position 1. You can see this window, cut window. Make sure that it is a highlighter 1 there. If it is not in the 1 position here, it is not at the 1, change to 1, move to 1, then press cycle start here. And close the door and do it. So now initialization of the machine is done. So let's go through the control, what it is. As you all know, this is the emergency switch, knowing it, and there are the buttons, access to move these ones, to program X, Y, Z. And for moving the axis, we are going to use these buttons in manual mode. In the manual mode, you can set up datum set, and tool table we can go, where we can enter the tool data and everything here. Go back to end, and miscellaneous functions are here. For example, we want to switch on the machine, spindle on, you can press M, just M03 and cycle start. The spindle gets on. Spindle is missing. Yes. So in the manual mode, we can use the miscellaneous functions by pressing on M, these soft buttons, and the speed we can change it, and we can change the feed. Touch probe, if we have touch probe, we can use the touch probe. And datum setting, we have to use this one, this soft key for datum setting. So next one is, here is the manual mode. In this manual mode, we can do all those things. Next one is anvil. In the anvil mode, this is the button, this is the one we are going to use. So we have to hold it and press this 2 and select the axis, and how much fast you want to move the axis here, do it by moving this one. If you want to move faster, you can see in the bed, it is moving faster now. We can move this axis to this. So be careful when the tool is approaching close to the workpiece. Always keep it in the low speed, so it moves slowly here. This is for anvil. And the third one is edit program. Program edit. So when you press this one, immediately whatever the program we used before, it will come. If you want to make a new program, go to program management here and give the program, whatever the program want to give the name, type it here using these keyboards. Type it here, and if you are programming an ISO, keep it .I. If you are programming in Heidelin, keep it H. Okay, that is the way you program it. So the program will be here. We keep entering with these things, program. That is for program edit. And next one is position with manual data input. This button with the hand sign with the arrow mark, it is called positioning with manual data input. That means, for example, we want to move the axis to x-axis or y-axis to certain distance, or we want to call the tool. We are going to use this one, positioning with manual data input. For example, I am going to call tool number 5 here. So we go highlight this one, tool call, which already pre-programmed here. Only thing you have to change the numbers. Press 5 and I'm going to call tool call 5. Tool number 5. changes the tool, and I want to move to x plus 10 and y 0. That's without cutter compensation at the feed of maximum. So highlight that one and cycle start. The bed moves to there. See that? That's how it is. So that is positional data input. That one. Next one is program run. That means once you do the program in program edit, you want to run the program by block by block. That means line by line. You are going to use this one with arrow mark and with box in arrow. This block, this one. That is, we have to run. We'll run the program line by line, or we want to run the program by automatically line after the line. You're going to use this one here, this switch. And before all this, we run the program. We have to simulate the program here. So for simulation, we are going to use this button here just with the arrow and open arrow here. That's this what we are going to test the program, how the program is. Go here and see the three views we have here. This one, and you can see in this 3 axis, that means 3 views, and this isometric view, and press start. You can do the simulation there. There is a simulation of the machine. So that's the whole thing of this one. Now program part we are not covering now. So we know now how to use, approximately how to use the control. It's the control we are going to use. And this is for coolant, we are going to use it. And once we give the M function, this is for spindle on and spindle off here. Okay. Only after giving M function, miscellaneous function, M03 or M04. And this is for changing the tool. This part. So that's all about the control. And now we move to the how to set up the datum here. Now we are going to see how we are going to set the datum here. It's quite easy. We are going to use the anvil here on the control. Press the anvil and get this thing in your hand. Move this thing, and in the 3 axis, this is the block, suppose we are using it. We are going to set the datum here. We are going to touch the tool on this side and give the dimension here and touch here on the top. 3 axis we are going to set. So hold this thing with the 2 buttons. These 2 buttons has to be pressed. That's why you have to hold it. Press the axis which one you want to move. Faster you can go close to the machine, close to the workpiece and the tool. So keep in that thing, go close by. And now we switch on the spindle. Spindle, I'm going to switch on M03, M3, cycle start. It is running at the RPM of 200. It's too low. I will change to 1000. Cycle start. So now the spindle is running at around almost close to 1000. Now you can see in the workpiece and the tool. You can go close by and see workpiece and the tool. Reduce your feed on the anvil. Select the axis which one you want to move, small, and go and touch the workpiece. Slightly touch it, don't need to pass too much. Just touch it. See, it is touched now. Now we have to set, that is our X0 there. But our tool diameter is 14 millimeter. That means we are 7 millimeters away. The center of the tool is 7 millimeters away from the workpiece. So that's what we are going to set on this thing. Select datum, set datum. X, we are 7 millimeters away. See that it is in the minus direction. So minus 7, enter. So you can see here it's changed to minus 7. So we already set the X now. Same thing we are going to do on the Y. Move back. From here, slowly touch on the Y axis. So it is touched on the Y axis. Again we go back to screen, set datum X minus 7, enter. Now we set X and Y. Now we are moving to Z. Go up from the top. I recommend switch off the spindle here. Switch off the spindle open the door, and you can see that axis go slowly touch on the top surface of the workpiece. Since it is a wood, we can touch directly with the tool. Yes, it touched Z, and set this one as a, let them set Z0. If you are using more than one tool, then we have to go back to first tool. We are going to set Z0, and from second tool onwards you go to tool table, whichever the tool number you are using, you are going to add that difference here. So when you are setting that one, I am going to show that one. For now, this is the axis we are going to do. Axis we are going to set. Close the door. Move the axis up. Keep away the tool from the workpiece. That's all you set. Workpiece. It's ready to run the program now.